that can make it there. I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York.
Welcome to the Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast. We are doing our Monday football rundown. It's me, the co-host, Idris Salam, a.k.a. Bosco from the Bronx, and I got the host in the building, the one and only, the man with the master plan, the master of the ceremony. He goes by the name of Richie Hicks Jr. What up, homie?
What's up, Idris? Good intro. I'm tired of these fake Facebook newsreel things that are not real. About a 16-year-old kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, he was the Eagles ball boy. Of course, we would have known about it because your cousin is an employee of the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
And today, he's the same kid, passed away again with the Yankees. I'm like, leave this kid alone, whoever this kid is. Nobody died.
Wait. What? Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold on, Richie. I need you to rewind that, man.
You know how on Facebook they have like these posts, like it'll be like some quote thing, like, "Oh, Tom Brady checked Stephen A."
Yeah.
And then it'll be like applied to like 10 different fan bases, the same damn story.
Yeah.
So there was one floating around a young black kid that was like 16 years old. So I saw it yesterday morning that he was the Eagles ball boy, and today he's the Yankees bat boy. And I'm like, he ain't neither. And the kid never, like, what do you like? Doesn't anybody make sure something's real before they put it out? No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Idiots,
yeah. Anyway, we are doing the Monday rundown, and yeah, let's roll. Let's do this.
All right, the episode is called "Just Tank Baby." Bucs and Steelers miss a grand opportunity together. We're gonna hit on all of it. Let's start it up in Las Vegas. New York Giants, impressive performance.
Yeah.
Do I do a backflip today, being that it is a Victory Monday? No, that's not happening. Crisp, solid performance by the Giants, but it was evident, and it was evident early, that the Las Vegas Raiders had no interest in winning this football game.
No. I mean, me and you on the phone when the game started, and we said the first few minutes of the game, they don't want to win. I mean, the first drive, they don't want to win.
And something that was odd, was when that Geno Smith interception of Bobby Okereke. I don't understand how he threw that where he did. I'm just gonna assume he didn't see him, but come on, bro.
Yeah. That's something a rookie would do to someone who hasn't had any reps or whatever. I mean, Geno's been in the league 10 years, 12 years,
Or somebody that's blind.
Yeah, or just blind, like Jameis Winston before he got his eyes fixed.
Yeah.
But that pass was just like he just threw it to Bobby Okereke. That was like, like, here you go. We're trying to tank. Y'all can get 7 points off of this. I mean, that might not have been what they were doing, but it's the way it looked like,
Deonte Banks, kickoff return touchdown. He's not. Jackson Dart played well. The Giants were able to do whatever they wanted on offense. Wan'Dale Robinson eclipses the 1,000-yard mark.
Yes, sir.
Receiving wise, he's gonna have to be brought back. That goes without saying.
We gotta bring him back.
No, for sure. For sure. But yeah, that's what's going on. Giants fall to the 2 spot. More than likely, they can do no worse than 2. It is possible that if they won and a lot of other weird things happen, they can drop down. But the Raiders do play the Chiefs next, a Chiefs team that's on their third string quarterback. So it's not a guarantee that the Chiefs can't lose. But in the event that the Cowboys beat the Giants and the Chiefs beat the Raiders, the Giants will go back to the 1 pick.
Yeah, I'm with you. I wanted us to lose yesterday, but I knew we weren't going to lose and win this weekend against Dallas. There's a chance we could lose against Dallas because Dallas is not going to just lay down. So, and with the Chiefs hate the Raiders, so I don't think they're going to lay down for the Raiders. Now, the Raiders laying down for the Chiefs, I don't know because they don't like the Chiefs either. And the Chiefs has been doing some real, under the Andy Reid era, the Chiefs have been doing some, I like that. The Chiefs have been doing some real shady stuff to them. Like they did the ring around the rosy play and all that stuff. So I don't think that the Raiders are going to just give up. But then again,
Ryan Shed just asked me if he thinks the Giants should trade back. So I'm actually trying to pick up something that.
No, I like those photos you're putting up though. That's pretty nice. I'm trying to add a particular one. Oh, I'll keep talking while you're doing that. The Giants, Richie, man, the Giants can't do nothing this year. We can't come back from we can't win a fourth quarter game. We couldn't do that all season. We can't even tank. We look good when we're tanking. We can't even tank.
Right.
What can we do right? I mean, I know Jackson Clark wants to do his thing. He wants to still look good. He doesn't want to lose. But come on, y'all. Y'all wait to game 16 to say, hey, let's play some football. Let's play 4 quarters of football. No. This was doing the first 10, 12 weeks. When we're losing in the fourth quarter up by 10 points. That's when you're supposed to play hard.
But I wasn't exaggerating when I said you actually have to try to lose to the Raiders because they ain't going to make it easy to lose to them.
Yeah, we had to try. And the only way we would have lost yesterday, we would have had to flat out just quit. Put the guys who never get in there to play. We would have had to just went out there and just quit. Because the Raiders were not trying to win.
Not at all.
They weren't trying to win. But I mean, I'll take the 2 seed. That's still, it's not as valuable as 1 seed, but I'll take the 2. I mean, I'll take the 2. We could still get a deal out of that. Because they said the Raiders need a quarterback, so at 1 they'll probably draft a quarterback. They'll try to draft Mendoza. Now after that, you still got the Cardinals like we talked about yesterday. You still got the Jets who need a quarterback as well. Pittsburgh may need another quarterback. Well, they will need a quarterback. Who knows about Cleveland? Deshaun Watson be coming off the books another year or so. And are they comfortable with Shador? I mean, he threw a touchdown pass yesterday, but the guy throws some interceptions, man. He has 2 interceptions average each time he's played. So, what do they do? What does Cincinnati do? Because we know Joe B, he's ready to get up out of there.
Yeah.
Who knows? Miami needs a quarterback. So at 2, I think we're pretty good. I'd rather have us at 1. We could fleece.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that they're looking at Quinn Ewers as the quarterback of the future.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm with you, Shed. Cleveland will try to trade with Jimmy at 2 or move up to 1 with the Raiders, but the Raiders will. Yeah, I agree. I don't think the Raiders will get off that 1. Cleveland, if they try to move up to number 2, we can get a haul from them. So either the Jets, Miami, Arizona, Cleveland, possibly Pittsburgh. Who else might need a quarterback? I think that's
all right, Ched. You asked if we trade back. This is what I did before the show. We traded back a spot with the Jets. Mm-hmm. This is my first of many mock drafts.
Yeah, I like that right there. I like that. Especially them kids, 2 kids from Ohio State, Reese and Jackson. They know each other. That'd be nice. And Terrell. I think our late ones, 142, 83, 91, 192, I think those are good, see what you got, guys. That's Harris. He's pretty good, though. He's not great, but he's good off the ball, man. So he could be a steal if we get him. He'd be a good piece to add to the line. I don't know what we're going to do with Dexy. I want him to come back, but he got to come back ready to play. He can't have a season like he had this year. No, got to give it all. And I don't want to talk you to death, man. I don't want to. So you got something to say something, man. But I like this Cuevas, the tight end. I think that'll be a good. I think good backup. See what happens. But I like what you got here. Cause we definitely need a linebacker. We definitely need a corner. And offensive tackle. Could never go wrong. Edge rusher. Yeah, because I don't think we're gonna keep. I don't think we're gonna have K5 long. Cause he's been a disappointment. Let's just keep it real. Give a team out of Northwestern again. I think that's a good piece to put in there. Because you can never go wrong with linemen, especially offensive linemen, and the problems we've had. We need that. You know what I mean? CJ Daniels, good receiver. I think he'd be a good 3. A good 3. He can. He's decent. I'll make him a good 3 behind Neighbors and Wandell. But then again, we still got Mr. I run great routes, but I can't seem to hold on to the ball. Darius Slayton, so he'll probably be the 3. But if he keeps his stuff up, he may not be around. So who knows what Daniels got speed, though. That's the great thing. He got speed. And all the Miami guys got speed. Well, all the Florida guys got speed. But, I like what you got there, man. Are you there, Richie? Oh, Richie's not there. So we're going to keep going. We're going to keep it moving in. Let's talk about Pittsburgh, man. Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh and Cleveland. I know Cleveland has a good defense. They got Myles Garrett over there. So with Myles Garrett there, they shut him out though. But they still got a couple of sacks. Pittsburgh, you got to score more than 6 points. You
Idris,
score
hear me?
Yeah.
Just bear with me. Gotta get back in here.
No. Do you think? I'm just talking about Pittsburgh and Cleveland right now. Pittsburgh, you got to score more than 10 points. More than 6 points, man. I mean, you got Gainwell, you got Aaron Rodgers, DK was out. Still, come on, man. You got to put some points on. You can't let Cleveland beat you, especially with Shedeur. And it's not a knock on Shedeur Sanders, but you can't let him beat you. You can't let that team beat you. They don't have Jerkins back there. They didn't have a running game, and they still beat you, man. Now you got to go. You got to play win or go home with Baltimore, and golly, Baltimore looks like, okay, let's play. They won yesterday with Tyler Huntley, and he got 60 yards on the ground. So I don't know. I think, yeah, that's true. We haven't had a real consistent tight end in a minute, man. I remember days we had Mike Boss, we had Shockey. We had some tight ends, man, but Bellinger is supposed to be that guy. I think he still can. Got to stay healthy, man. But getting back to the game, yeah, Pittsburgh, man, you got to play Baltimore next year, man. Those guys are not going to lay down next week either. The winner got to the loser, who knows? So let me know when you're ready to come in, Richie. I don't want to move from game to game and leave you out, man. So or just pick up whenever you want to come in. Let's talk about the Bills. Exactly. The Bills got greedy yesterday. Now, me, myself, I'm a gambler, so I would have went for it. I was hoping they went for it anyway, but I think that particular play, the receiver was open. I think Josh Allen rushed that pass because he was open. He could have ran it in. I kind of thought they was going to do something like a rollout, like a play action, and Josh Allen take it in. I didn't think it was going to be what they, basic set and pass in the end zone like that. But that was on Josh Allen. He made some mistakes yesterday, man. They got behind. They should have won that game. They should have went at worst into overtime. So that hurt because see now they got to go on the road. I think they'll do good on the road. But if they got to run up and play in New England, I don't know, man. I had a lot of faith in them for a while, but I don't know, man. They blew it yesterday. They blew a prime chance to really lock it up and say, hey, next week is the game. We're going to end this all. But we'll see what they do on the road, man. The past few years, they've been pretty much the favorite, the home team with the exception of KC. So we'll see what they do. I got faith in them on the road because the pressure's not on them. The pressure's on Denver, and I'm not too stable with Denver either. Bo Nix is not playing Bo Nix football or how he was playing. The defense is doing what the defense has to do, but the offense has to do more. You're the quarterback. You're the franchise guy. Let's go. Take this team to the playoff. Take this team further.
Yeah. Buffalo yesterday, I blame that loss on Sean McDermott.
That too, yeah.
It makes no sense to me. You're pitching a fourth quarter shutout. You with an extra point, you could evaporate a 13-point deficit. Jalen Carter blocked the initial extra point when they got it to a 13-6 game. You got to take the point there. You're home and you're pitching a shutout and you have all the momentum. To me, the reward is just too risky in that juncture of the game. Not to mention that if Buffalo wins the game, they still have a shot at the division title in Week 18. Now they don't.
Right. Yeah, I agree. You don't take points off the board. It got blocked. True. But
if the circumstances were different, I mean, you're willing to lose the division on a 2-point conversion is what I'm getting at.
Right. That's the thing. You can't. You can't do that, man.
It was dumb. It was dumb. McDermott. I really don't know what he was thinking. Did McDermott forget that they could still win the division? I actually wonder.
Makes you wonder, man. That's something Dan Campbell would do. And I'm not trying to knock Dan Campbell, but McDermott's smarter than that, man. He's smarter than that.
At least we think he is.
At least we thought we are, yeah. And the thing about him, I wouldn't be surprised if Buffalo goes into the playoffs and get knocked out that first round. It wouldn't surprise me if he's out. As good as he is, because coaches who have had good teams have been ousted. Remember Tony Dungy had that Tampa team. They got booted, and they brought Gruden, and then they won that Super Bowl. Who else?
Then Dungy ended up
going
over to Indy, replacing Jim Mora.
And won, yeah.
When we talk about playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs. The playoffs. So it wouldn't surprise me if they get bounced in the first round. He's gone. Cause look at Mike McCarthy. I mean, he had a bad season in Green Bay, but he was pretty good. Even in Dallas, 12-5. I mean, but he didn't win. So who knows?
Which I think is a really bad indictment of McCarthy because
he's a good coach.
When you look at it through the lens of the whole picture, nobody has gotten past the second round that coached the Dallas team since Barry Switzer won the Super Bowl with Jimmy Johnson's team way back in 95, 96.
Yeah.
So that's a little much. McCarthy, of course, is on a long list of candidates for the Giant job. But Pittsburgh losing, man. Pittsburgh losing. I know you were talking about it when everybody decided to start calling me. Jen gets off the phone, and then Brett follows.
Oh, tell Brett to get his ass in here then.
Yeah, you want to talk? Come on the show. Matter of fact, you just gave me an idea.
Man, I want Buffalo's my team to get there and win. Actually, I want them. I really want Buffalo to win because there's teams that I just never liked, and there's just teams that I've never hated. And with Buffalo, I never had a beef with them because in my younger days, when I was learning the game, I was a fan of Joe Ferguson. You know, as a fan of Joe DeLamalure, Joe Devlin, of course, O.J. Simpson back then because I was a kid. So I liked Buffalo. And the Giants were bad when I was a kid. They were horrible. They look like they look right now. It was just a 14-game season then. So I never had a beef with Buffalo. Did I want them to win? Nah, I didn't want them to win. You know, they played the Giants. Of course not. But I've never hated them. And I really like Josh Allen. I really like Josh Allen, truly. And he's done so much to try to get that team there. With the exception of the snow game when Cincinnati beat him, he's had real good games and just overtime and everything else has knocked him out.
Brett just said, I'm driving. I'm like, yeah, numbnuts. You were driving when you called me, too.
Yeah, he drove and been on the show.
Kill your camera and talk through the speakers.
When we talked to Aaron, he was on the phone in the car driving. So, I mean, no, that was
Bar none.
Bar none, yeah.
But now the Steelers missed a golden opportunity here.
Yeah.
If T.J. Watt doesn't suit up, I don't know. The way Derrick Henry ran that ball, we touched on it yesterday. That's for the division. Tampa at Carolina. How Tampa still has a chance to make the playoffs is remarkably insane. But if Tampa beats Carolina, Tampa will win the NFC South by virtue of a better division record than Carolina, with a losing record of 8-9.
Right.
If Carolina wins, they'll have a winning record of 9-8 and win the division. So whoever wins that game is going to be the 4 seed.
Yeah.
Whoever loses that game is missing the playoffs, and the NFC is all set up now.
Yeah.
As well, I mean, you still have, questions as to who's going to be the 1 seed, but right now the Eagles are in a position to get 2 home games. If the playoffs started today, Green Bay would be traveling to Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken, for the first game.
Yep.
Yeah, Shed's right. Here we go.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. I root for Carolina. You know, I'm in the Carolinas. I've never really been a Carolina fan, but over the past year, excuse me, I wasn't a big fan of excuse me, what? Throat's dry. I wasn't a big fan of Bryce Young because I hate Alabama. I'm an LSU fan, so I hate Alabama. But boy, excuse me, he's impressing me, and I like the kid. You know, he's been classy, professional, good kid, and he's made me like root for the Panthers, really. And I like Rico Dowdell. I liked him in Dallas. I just felt he didn't get a fair shake in Dallas, and he's come to Carolina and he's been balling out. So
yeah,
and I like the coach too. They cannot.
You traded Dowdell to Brett. I got to get on Brett's ass for a second. I have no choice. So Brett is losing by, I don't know, 19 or 20 points, something like that.
Yeah.
He's projected to lose the fantasy finals right now, live projections by 5. His opponent has Kyron Williams. Brett has Colby Parkinson, who is an iffy tight end start, to say the least.
Yeah.
And Puka Nacua, who's, one of the best wide receivers in fantasy. But this is my issue with Brett.
Mm-hmm.
George Kittle doesn't get a start this week. He was on the bench.
Right.
Brett, pick up a damn tight end. You could have got Tongs, and you could have started him yesterday.
Yep.
And you'd basically be the champion.
Yep.
So, you know what, Brett? You can lead a horse to water.
Right.
Now we got to drink it for you too, buddy. Was I supposed to say, hey, Brett, can you check the waiver wire and pick up a tight end?
Yeah, you got the championship on the line, homie.
Yeah, so I'm going to be keeping a buck.
Yeah, you got the championship on the line. You're supposed to go all hands on deck.
It all fired on me in round 1, and things didn't go right.
Yeah.
But when you have the audacity to name yourself the Dynasty Killer, and you don't finish the job, and it's just championship weekend, Brett, and you don't have any trophies in the case, and it's going to remain that way, and I'm going to keep it a buck. Brett, you deserve to lose now.
Yep. I'm with you.
So go Jake.
Go Jay. Go Jay. Go Jay.
And Brett, you can change your name from the Dynasty Killer this year to the perennial bridesmaid next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You're done.
The Dynasty Divorcer.
Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable.
Yeah, we're talking about you, Brett. Yes, we are. That's what we can do.
Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, you leave him on your bench when Chris Rodriguez isn't playing, and you don't get a tight end upgrade when Kittle is not well to play. Damn you, Brett. Damn you.
Yeah.
What are you saving your moves for next year? They always re-up.
Right.
Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks looked impressive. That game last night in Santa Clara, 49ers, I told you they'd win, Shed. Winning a shootout against the Chicago Bears. And once again, this shows some kinks in the Bears' armor that if they get themselves stuck in a shootout, they could get beat.
Oh, shit. Hold on a second. Dang it. Oh, my boy, I kind of got stuck on mute. Yeah, that's what I felt before the game. You know, that's why I say Chicago, I'm not too keen on them. They've been winning by the skin of their chinny chin chin. To use a, Aesop tale reference, so whoever made that. I'm just not sold on them, man. I think they got a good defense and all. But last night the defense, they put up the points. The offense put up the points, but I'm not seeing Frisco's defense as all that either. But they put up a fight.
But this is no secret. Their defense, marred with injuries and such, they're going to have to outscore people to win in these playoffs.
Right.
Now let's say, but this is the thing, bro.
Yeah.
The 49ers, if something works in their favor in the final week, like they could find themselves in the 1 seed still.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. And who would expected that? Who would expected that? I know I didn't. I had the Rams. Me and you both had the Rams. Like, yeah, they're gonna get the West.
Thing that worries me right now in the NFC is that, the Niners are overachieving. We know this. Tampa and Carolina, sorry, they're both going to get knocked out in round 1. Whoever gets the nod.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then you still got the Eagles hanging around, and I certainly don't want to see the Eagles go back to a Super Bowl.
Dude, I didn't even want to see them win the other night.
Yeah, Buffalo pissed me off. That was a very winnable game, but I saw Zappy with his instant overreaction. Buffalo can't go into Jacksonville, and Buffalo can't go into Denver. I'm like, why can't they?
Why can't they?
Denver never looks impressive when they win. I'm sorry.
If the defense doesn't stick around for 4 quarters, Denver reminded me of the Giants. If you say, no. Y'all hear me out. Denver and the Giants are similar. They play these close games with all these teams. The only thing difference is Denver's defense wouldn't fall apart in the 4th quarter.
No.
That's what separates because we had those guys beat. So, yes, Buffalo can go into Denver and beat them because Denver hasn't been looking like they've been looking good, but they don't look like a number 1 or number 2 seed. They don't. They're good, but they don't. Like Jacksonville yesterday, I think Buffalo can get in there. Jacksonville, I mean, Trevor Lawrence is balling. We ain't gonna take that away. But they could be beaten.
They had their hands full with Indy, led by a 44-year-old quarterback. Let's not lose sight of that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So,
and their division isn't wrapped up yet either. Because,
no.
I mean, they still have to win Week 18.
Yeah, they got to win.
They got Tennessee at home. Everything trends forward, looking good for them. Mm-hmm. Whereas Houston has a tougher opponent playing the Colts. Houston's going to be in the playoffs regardless.
Yeah.
It's weird because this juncture of the season, I'm not used to seeing so many teams vulnerable, and everybody looks vulnerable right now.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's like Philly winning, but do Philly look good? No. Philly look like it's
Philly's offense hasn't looked right all season long.
They're
And the two
escaping.
Sundays that they did look right, they were playing really bad defensive units in the Raiders, in the Giants.
They've been
So, yeah, that part.
Yeah, they've been escaping.
Aaron Rodgers, I don't know, man. This Pittsburgh-Baltimore game is weird because the loser of this game, there's a lot of question marks regarding the head coach. Because about 2 weeks ago, even up into this week, they're talking about Harbaugh parting ways.
Yeah.
What if Harbaugh wins another division title by accident?
Because one thing about Harbaugh, man, when he get in the playoffs, man, he knows how to work the playoffs. So,
and that's why I give the head-to-head edge with Harbaugh and Tomlin, because truthfully, Tomlin has not done any winning in almost a decade.
What's making Tomlin? I think Tomlin's a good coach, but what helps Tomlin is not having a losing record. But however, if I'm picking the coach, I want the league, and this is not a knock on Tomlin. But if I'm saying, who do I want to take my team into the playoffs? I'm going Harbaugh. And this is not a knock on Tomlin.
What helps Tomlin also is that the Steelers do not fire coaches like that.
They don't fire coaches.
And I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
If you take away the 2008 run that the Steelers had,
yeah, that's it.
Mike Tomlin might look a lot like Marvin Lewis.
Yeah, because and what people don't know, we're not knocking Tomlin, but you got to look at it. How many coaches have gone this long? He's had the winning seasons, true, but how many coaches has he gone this long with the playoff situation he's been?
Well, given the acceptance of mediocrity, if they do move on from Mike Tomlin, I expect that they'll hire Aaron Boone.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, possibly. So, hey, we'll see
nothing screams mediocrity more than that.
You got that right. Amen. So, you're right, man. And people say, you're hating on Tomlin. No, we're not hating on Tomlin. But like I said, if you have a coach, find me a coach who's been coaching this long with the playoff situation Tomlin has had.
So, Idris, who wins this game next week, Baltimore or Pittsburgh?
Oh, man, dude.
It's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to matter, man. Dang, man.
I'm taking Pittsburgh by a field goal.
Yeah, I'm going to go Pittsburgh, man.
By a field goal.
Yeah.
The thinnest of margins.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm going to go Pittsburgh by a field goal, man. Because, golly, man. The way Pittsburgh looked yesterday and then the way Baltimore looked the other night against Green Bay, you're like, damn. But, yeah, I'm going to go Pittsburgh.
And the interesting thing is Pittsburgh probably draws the second-place team from the South, which is going to be Houston, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't think Aaron Rodgers is exactly salivating at that matchup.
Nah.
I mean, granted, they'll be home for that, but
yeah,
I could see Aaron Rodgers. I could see Aaron Rodgers having a very long wild card weekend game.
Yeah, before the show is out, we need to do a hot take. Each one of us give a hot take. Yeah, before we end the show, we just both need to do a hot take. We can change the hot take.
I'm gonna give you two right now.
Oh, okay.
The winner of the AFC North is going home in the first round.
Okay.
And the winner of the NFC South is going home in the first round.
Okay. I'm gonna give you one right quick. Now I'm gonna save that one. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I'm okay. You did the AFC. I'm gonna do the NFC then. The winner. Well, we already know who won the NFC East. Philly's going home game one.
I think it depends who they play. If Philly gets Green Bay, I'm gonna lean towards Philly winning that.
Yeah, this is a hot take. So you just hot take. I'm gonna go Philly. I'm gonna go Philly going home early, man. My other hot take. Oh man, I don't know if I want to say it. Yeah, I say it. Chicago loses their first home game in the playoffs. Whoever they
It
got,
it could very well be Chicago and the Niners again.
it could be, yes.
It could also be Chicago and the Rams.
It could be Chicago and the Rams. So, yeah, I'm gonna say Philly and Chicago, they stay home. And not.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
If the Buffalo Bills lose their first playoff game, Sean McDermott is getting fired.
Oh yeah, he's gone. He's out. He's gone.
Robert Saleh will be a head coach in 2026.
I can see that because the way the Niners, I heard, was it yesterday or Saturday? McVay was saying how he knows Saleh want to be a head coach. He said it. He said, "We're cool with that." He didn't say it that way, but that's what he said. Like, we know Robert want to be, because they asked him. He's like, "Yeah, we know he want to be a head coach." He said, "And we're not going to stop him because we know that's what he wants to be."
Shanahan is going to allow that to be.
Shanahan. Why I say McVay? Shanahan. I get them two mixed up, man.
I think Saleh. There's two teams that I could see him landing at.
Mm-hmm.
One of them being the Cleveland Browns, the other the Atlanta Falcons, the other the Arizona Cardinals.
I would think the Cardinals.
I think he needs to stay in that division, but I also think that he needs to just make sure he doesn't come back to the East Coast.
Yeah, I don't think he. Yeah, I don't. Saleh. Atlanta. It's just like Bill. It's like Bill Belichick going to like North Carolina. Somebody. You got certain people who are made for certain areas, and Saleh's more like California, New York, Philly. You know what I mean? He's one of them. And people say, "What are you trying to say? We ain't hard." People got to understand New York. As much as New York and Philly hate each other, New York and Philly are probably in the top 5 in blue collar worker cities. We're just alike. We don't like them, they don't like us, but we're the same way. We don't take no crap. We say we feel. That's why we don't like each other. And California, California kind of say some places, you got LA. So I don't see him really going to Atlanta. But yeah, Arizona, I could see him going to Arizona. Mike McCarthy coming to New York, man.
I still think McCarthy's the safest for New York. I know Shula's been linked to them. That'll be the first defensive hire.
We don't need
Bill Parcells.
Yeah, we don't need a defensive guy, man. We need.
I want a head coach who's going to continue to be on the
a quarterback coach. Yeah, a quarterback coach. Yeah, a quarterback. And see, Mike McCarthy. Yeah, we know what he did in Green Bay at the end and that one. With Dallas, I think he could have won in Dallas if he actually had to say so. Because we know Jerry's pulling the strings.
Oh, I got another hot take for you.
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn's going to get fired after year 1.
Dude, I was thinking that last night when I was laying in bed.
He is really in a bad place with that Jet organization.
Yeah, because he's sitting there talking about accountability. Like, dude, do you realize how bad the team looks worse now?
Now, here's a weird stat for you. And the first time, to my knowledge, this has happened to a player.
Mm-hmm.
Sauce Gardner, despite going to a much better team and in the Indianapolis Colts, manages to go 1-7 with each team this year.
Damn.
In games he played.
Damn. So basically, he went 2-14. The other game he was hurt. So
yeah, because the Colts were doing their winning before they acquired Sauce, and then Sauce got hurt.
That's
a weird.
That's weird.
That's a weird one.
So he see the same thing. Only thing that changed was uniform and division. Everything else was still the same.
Yeah, man.
Backup quarterback.
Daniel Jones will sign a 1-year contract with the Colts. That's another hot take. It won't be any more than that because of the injury. It will not allow them to invest in him on a multi-year deal.
Or he might stay as a backup.
Right. Travis Kelce will retire. Oh, that's another thing, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not completely ruling out the Colts not considering inviting Phillip Rivers to camp next year.
Me neither.
Him and Daniel Jones in the same quarterback room?
Oh, man. One of them got to give up that 17, though. They both went 17. I don't think Jones would go back to 8. because that's going to remind him of being with the Giants. Yeah, I could see that.
I think Rivers has played well enough to at least get an invite.
I think what? I think it'd be up to him. But see, he would be good with Daniel Jones.
And Riley Leonard becomes your practice squad third
Yeah,
option.
yeah. And see, they both can learn from Phillip Rivers. That's if Rivers still have it in him to do 17 games, because he came back when he left, it was 16 games. Now it's 17 games, So
Tommy DeVito.
He's coming back home.
Maybe, but I think the Patriots might be interested in keeping him around because I don't know if Dobbs is on a one or I don't know if Dobbs is off the books after this year. He's actually the backup.
I forgot about Dobbs, yeah. I forgot he's up there.
Maybe Tommy DeVito stays in New England. We'll see. Because in the event that Dobbs is up, DeVito could get promoted to the number 2 spot. We'll see how that plays out.
DeVito's happy because he's doing commercials now.
Yeah. Sure he is.
I love Tommy DeVito, man.
Russell Wilson, is he going to play next year?
Nah, he already said he's trying. He already got his spot on TV already.
Oh, so he's done.
Yeah, he's done. Unless he
changed
his mind, but he said they hired him after that time. Him and Jameis, they bought him. They like, hey, so I think that's it.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I like Russ, man. I think him leaving Seattle was the worst thing that happened for him. Because
I think the even worse thing was to keep playing. I think that Russell Wilson, similar to unfortunately Eli Manning, they're getting graded really tough on their last years.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you stick around too long, too many warts show, and it kind of hurts your Hall of Fame candidacy.
Yeah, I think after Denver, that should have been like, you know what, I'm out.
The whole Pittsburgh and then the Giant run. He's too many stops after his best football was played, where I think people are starting to have a second look at Russell Wilson's Hall of Fame candidacy. Because if he would have just walked away from the game after Seattle, or at least after Denver,
he's in first ballot.
Yeah, now I'm not sure.
Yeah, with DeVito, I think DeVito will come back because his mama doesn't like him up there. She said that. Yeah. So, and he loves his family. He's like So I think. Well, if he's going to be on the active roster, he'll probably stay up there because he come back to New York. He's going to be on the PC.
Not to mention that in the DeVito household, Thursday night cutlets. So I don't know if.
I want him back, dude. I ain't gonna lie. I want DeVito back just for the show, because I would love to see him, Scatterbo, and Dart together, man.
Another interesting one for hot take value. Let's see here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have switched to the hot take show.
The New York Jets will approach the New York Giants to move up a spot. They will attempt to move up
reluctantly.
Because if I'm the New York Giants, I'd do some shit where I would draft the second best quarterback on the board just to force a trade with somebody.
Hell yeah. They'll be like, why they do that? I'll tell Jackson Dobby, look, we drafted another quarterback, but we just dangling out there for leverage.
Yeah, I mean, now the guy that I want, if we stay put at 2, or even if we trade back to 3 or 4, I want Arvell Reese out of Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Because we need that. We need that in the middle. We need a line. I'm cool with that.
And depending on the package that we might receive for the 2 pick, or even assuming if we somehow manage to get back to 1, which is possible.
Yeah.
If we're picking like just before 20 with that second pick, I would strongly look at Terrell, the cornerback younger brother of AJ Terrell. I would certainly look into that, as the Giants definitely need a cornerback 1. Deontay Banks, special teams extraordinaire after yesterday, supposedly randomly drug tested because of his performance.
Yeah, rightfully so. That's the only thing he's done this year.
Yeah, that was wild, bro. and also, great special teams coverage downfield by the Raiders. They just excel.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only thing he did this year.
Pete Carroll. Oh, that's another guy you could have picked up yesterday, Brett. Michael Mayer. Brock Bowers wasn't playing, but you'd rather have
nobody
an iffy tight end in the championship weekend. You deserve to lose, Brett. You deserve to lose.
Yes, sir. And I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm here for it too. Bridesmaid.
Yeah, with Aaron Glenn, getting back to him, I was laying down last night and I was just looking at some highlights and stuff like to put on the Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast reels we got coming out. So y'all check them out. Yeah, but I was looking at some video and an article came across about, and it was a recent it was from yesterday, the day of yesterday, and where Glenn was just talking about holding people accountable and da-da-da-da. And I'm sitting there like, dude, you fired your freaking defensive coordinator just over halfway through the season. You didn't get, and you knew how the defense was anyway. You're a defensive man yourself. You didn't get this man a full season. Then you find this guy, you doing that, you doing this, you sit Tyrod Taylor down, you sit Justin Fields down, you got this guy in here. Dude, you're the problem. You're the problem.
In case I haven't said it already on the show, Brett, you deserve to lose.
Yes. We'll repeat that. Brett, you deserve to lose. We're going to probably say it again before the show's out, so just keep listening.
Unbelievable. It's a winner's mentality that he lacks. It's a killer instinct that he lacks.
I think he's been talking to Aaron Glenn, man. Don't listen to Aaron Glenn, dummy. Because Aaron Glenn he's always been the enemy because he's just coach, a former just player. You know, you're a Pats fan, so you shouldn't be listening to Aaron Glenn.
I don't know why the Jets don't just bring back Rex. They haven't been able to find a suitable replacement since he left.
Yeah, Shed, we may not see it, but if it happens, you forgot who the Jets owner is.
That guy's a clown.
You forgot who he is. He's almost like him and Jim Dolan seem to be cousins in some way. I mean,
he makes James Dolan look competent.
Yeah, they both might be descendants of Donald Sterling.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so he may not get fired, but I'll be honest with you. Other than Urban Meyer being fired by Jacksonville, Aaron Glenn deserves to be fired.
Yeah, it's been bad. It's been real bad. And I say to myself,
looks worse than last year.
If he gets fired, I can see him going right back to Detroit.
Yeah, because they need DC. Because they look worse than last year. And who
two of the biggest hires, man. Yeah, they lost two big time coaches in the offseason. Mike Kafka, he won't be back.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be back. He might be.
And I'm okay with it at this point. I was getting a little annoyed with that whole overzealous celebration in the Las Vegas locker room. I'm like, guys.
Yeah, dude, we beat it. These guys were tanking.
Guys, we beat the Raiders.
We should have beat them worse than that. If y'all should be mad, you should have put 50 on them.
And one thing I need to say about the Raiders. Man, those guys suck.
They suck, dude.
No, they're terrible. You see Jamal Adams, bitch ass, trying to fight with Jameis Winston?
Yeah. Why are you picking a fight with Jameis Winston?
Jameis was about to put the Bible down and crack him.
Oh, yeah, because Jameis ain't no punk, though.
No.
Jameis ain't no punk. I mean,
Jameis was about to hit him with a combo.
Dude, I was about to say, Jameis got the holy hand.
I like how Russell Wilson was just like standing there. I'm like, damn, Russ, you could at least talk Jamal Adams down. You guys are former teammates in Seattle.
Russ,
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I forgot that Jamal Adams was in the league.
Dude, I knew he was in. I didn't know he was. I knew he was still active, but I didn't know he was on a roster.
I'll be honest, Shed. I could see him possibly returning as OC. I wouldn't be mind blown if he did. I personally don't find him to be all that bad of a play caller.
But if we
I just don't think he's head coaching material.
If we bring in Mike McCarthy might be like, look, I got this.
I could see that too.
He might do that. But he's a good play caller. I mean, I would like if McCarthy comes in, I would like him and McCarthy to work together because McCarthy's a quarterback coach. And Kafka he can call plays. I don't think he's a head coach yet per se, but he can call plays.
I mean, Kafka called plays the year that the Giants last went to the playoffs.
Yep. So I say get him. We'll need a DC. Shoot, I don't know who would bring in his DC. Bring our boy back, Antonio Pierce. Bring him back. I'll try to get I got.
You know what I would love to see?
Yeah.
Just for the sake of humor.
Yeah.
If Carl Banks became the DC, so then he can get on Dexter.
Oh, woo, man.
Now, Carl Banks has never so much as shown any interest in wanting to coach. I just thought it would be interesting.
That would be so. You know what? Dexy would know the brass did that for a reason. Other than
and as coach. Dexy goes, if I'm the Giants, round 4, round 5, I'm drafting a defensive tackle.
Yeah, because Dexy, I love Dexy too, man. But he just didn't do nothing this year, dude.
I personally think his best is behind him. If the Giants have a chance to trade him in the offseason, I'm definitely on board with it. Yeah. I'm also on board with shopping him at the trade deadline of the new season next year, especially if we hit on a really good run stopper that could play at the pro level right away. I think the best for Dexy is behind him. Mm-hmm. If you would have asked me a month or 5 weeks ago if I would consider bringing back Kayvon Thibodeau, like franchise him or something, I probably would have said yes. But now, when I look at the elite fleet of edge rushers that are in this draft, nah, bro, let him hit the market.
I'm not going to lie. I feel the same way because he's been a disappointment, dude.
Abdul Carter, the past month, has played at a high level. You already have Spider-Man opposite him. You could bring in a third edge rusher via the draft and have rookie control of him for 4 to 5 seasons.
Yep.
That's what I'm doing if I'm the Giants. And I'll be honest with you, my first 3 picks for the New York Giants, more than likely, are defensive picks.
That's what we need. Because I think we're good. I think we're good on offense. Of course, we need somebody alongside. I mean, we need another guy, like a 3 or a 2A, to be with Neighbors and Wandell. Because we see Wandell has proven he can be a 1. We got to see what's up with Slayton, because by the trade deadline.
Well, unfortunately, they're not going to be able to move on from Slayton with that stupid contract.
Yeah, I know. That's all. That's.
But what you could do is similar to what they did with Kenny Galladay.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not good enough to be on the field.
We'll just pay you to sit your ass down. You don't want to catch the ball. He runs great. I mean, he's there when the ball. I mean, he runs his routes, but you got to hold. I don't care if you fumble the ball in the air and catch it. I don't care if you don't run it. If he ran a 4.49 or 5.1, if he's like a Wayne Corbett, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Catch the ball. That's all I want you to do is catch the ball. That's it. So, I say, get Reese at 1, man.
Now you see this right here?
Yeah.
Pick 142 that I got going. CJ Daniels out of Miami. That is the perfect complement to Malik Neighbors, and he may still be there
because he's fast.
Yes, and he's got some height on him.
He got some height on him, right? And so you put him on one side, put Neighbors on the other side. You put Wandell in the slot.
No, that's the other reason why I'm letting Kayvon walk. Because if you got to do something like make a franchise tag move, leave that for Wandell.
Leave for Wandell.
Let Kayvon walk, dude.
Because now when
Kayvon
you look
and Ojulari, both disappointing draft picks of the New York Giants.
Yeah, because now you look back at that draft, we drafted K5 in the first round, and we drafted I don't forgot his name now.
Look at this. Sure, why don't you Jerks trade him to Seattle? That worked out well with Leonard Williams.
Well,
Never forget, Ched, that just because we don't play in the same division, we are still rivals.
Yeah, we're still rivals.
We're still mad about Jim Burt.
Right. Yeah. So,
and it was weird seeing Brandon Jacobs wear a 49er jersey that one year.
That was crazy, dude.
He came back and wore 34 for us.
Yeah.
But, man, that was weird seeing him play with the Niners that one year.
I don't know if you remember, well, this before, a little bit before your time, it was a running back for the Seattle Seahawks. His name was Sherman Smith, number 47. I remember when he came into the league because I was a big fan of him because he wore number 47. When I see him and when I saw Brandon Jacobs wear that, I was like, he looked just like Sherman Smith. Because he just didn't look right. He just didn't look right.
Like, yeah. Jacobs in the Niner uniform was weird.
There
were a couple. Bavaro in the Eagles uniform, I try to forget that.
Yeah, I don't even remember it. I remember it, but I don't remember what it looked like, so I'm glad I don't.
Carl Banks in the Browns and uniform, that was weird.
The only ones I remember, I remember Brandon Jacobs, I remember OC, and I'm not OC.
Well, OC was a Falcon. That was
weird.
OC,
it was OC. OC, and I remember tucking with the Raiders.
JPP with the Buccaneers didn't really bother me.
That didn't bother me.
Tuck with the Raiders. I mean, he was on his last leg. I just hated seeing him not finish with the Giants.
Yeah, he came back to retire though.
I mean, now if we want to talk about weird jersey switches, look no further than Brett Favre in a Jet uniform.
I got that jersey too.
that was a weird one. Joe Montana with the Chiefs wearing 19.
Yeah, with the 19.
Yep. I mean, he did well in 2 years, particularly year one, but man, oh man, was that strange.
Yeah. Oh, Joe Namath in a Rams uniform. I mean, that's a little bit.
That was weird.
I seen
that's a weird one.
Johnny Unitas, he wore I think he was a Ram also in his last year, or he's a Charger. Johnny Unitas is a Charger.
No, there's some really strange ones.
We gotta do a show on that too.
Like, I wasn't upset when Hostetler moved along because I knew that was Sim's job.
Yeah, and that was a bad move for him. He should have stayed with us.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Yeah, Hostetler. Yeah.
Yeah. Who looked real weird in another jersey? Emmitt Smith in a Cardinals jersey.
That's among the worst.
Yeah.
And Jerry Rice, he made a lot of rounds after the Raiders.
Yeah.
He was with the Raiders, he was just as effective as with the 49ers. That wasn't weird.
T.O. with the Seahawks.
It started getting weird when Jerry went to Seattle.
Yeah.
That was just all kinds of weird.
Yeah.
Art Monk in a Jet uniform was weird. Ronnie Lott in a Jet uniform was weird.
Yeah.
Some of those old 49ers, when they moved along, it just wasn't sitting right. Now, William Floyd made a smooth transition to Carolina. But I think that a lot of that, too, was also predicated on the fact that they were a new and upcoming team.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of some uniforms I saw. I know I was an Lance Allworth fan, Bambi Allworth. When I see him in the Cowboys, at that time I didn't hate the Cowboys. I was like maybe 9 or 10. But seeing him in the Cowboys uniform, I was like, that don't look right.
Yeah, there were, over the course of the years, definitely some weird ones. But yeah, T.O. with the Bengals, Ocho with the Patriots.
Yeah. Ocho the Patriots, I was cool with that one, but T.O. and the Bengals, that didn't look right.
Nah, man. Yeah, there were some over the years that you're just like, why and how and
yeah. Shoot, Favre in a Vikings uniform didn't look right because he came from damn.
But at least because you know that the method to his madness when he was pulling that fake retirement thing, and then he shows up in the beginning of training camp, jumps out of there in a helicopter looking like Ric Flair.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Yeah, some people in certain uniforms, he's like, right.
Hulk Hogan in the NWO.
Oh yeah, when they were all in
the beginning.
Yeah, even The Rock when he turned bad for a little bit. I liked him though. It's
Val
crazy.
Venus and Right to Censor.
I forgot about Val Venus. Dang.
Yeah, when he put on the tie, I'm looking all weird.
You don't pull a name out the hat. I ain't heard of him.
Yeah, Val Venus.
He reminded me of what's that guy that played in Casino? Oh shoot. Everybody used to drool over him. Now he looks like, I think he just passed away too. Val Kilmer.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason Val Venus remind me of Val. I don't know why, but I don't know why. But
no, but it's weird, man. Like some of these jersey swaps, just And to cross it over into the bigger realm of sports, nothing more disturbing than seeing Patrick Ewing wearing a Seattle Supersonics jersey.
That or Hakeem wearing a Raptors uniform.
That was weird.
Yeah, those two right there. Yeah, those two right there, kind of like, wait a minute.
Shaq with every uniform Shaq put on post LA and Orlando was weird.
Especially in this.
Well, Miami was all right, but after Miami, that's when things were like, nah, man.
Hey, Rich, I gotta run right quick. I'll be right back.
All right, bro. But yeah, hot takes. I got a couple more before I get out of here. Brian Flores, despite having an open case against the NFL, I do think that he will be highly touted to be a head coach yet again.
Right.
Mike McDaniel is going to stay in Miami. I think he's done a good enough job his second half of the year to kind of keep that spot.
Yeah, I think so too.
What else do we have here?
I'm trying to figure out.
I think Dan Quinn is going to be a hot candidate to be on the hot seat early in next year.
I do too, because they don't look nothing like. They don't look. They look like the regular. Well, I keep calling them Redskins. They look like the regular Redskins.
No, when they went through the pain of all those years, and they finally had a year just to go back to obscurity. If they start off slow out of the blocks next year, that's going to be an issue. Here's a hot take.
Yeah.
I don't think Patrick Mahomes will be ready for Week 1 next year.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't look to see him till around Week 5, Week 6, man.
Yeah, the Chiefs dynasty's over for real. I'm gonna stand on that.
Yeah,
I don't think this year is an anomaly or an aberration.
They got to get a quarterback because Gardner Minshew, he's done.
Yeah,
they won't see him for, and you can't cut him.
Perhaps Carson Wentz makes another trip back to KC.
That might be the best choice.
Yeah,
or they can go call Nick Foles out of retirement.
Find out if Flacco is looking to join. There's options. They can.
Was that window the only thing?
They have a shot. But yeah, I mean, those are the hot takes I got going right now. I like Pittsburgh to win against Baltimore next week. And although my logic is telling me not to, I have a funny feeling the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to win and keep the division streak going in the South over Carolina. I think they're going to ruin their day.
Yeah, I'm back, Richie.
I got a weird feeling Tampa's going to beat Carolina next week.
Yeah, but I hope not.
I kind of hope not, too. I'm kind of tired of seeing Tampa win that division every year. Bad scheme, Raheem. He's going to get fired.
Yeah. You know, Richie, it's just some people who are great as position coaches. Like Josh McDaniel. Dude, he couldn't do it. Bill O'Brien in the pros, he can't do it. Just some people just can't do it. And I think Raheem is gone. I think he's gone. I think their biggest mistake is when they sign Kirk Cousins and then you draft Michael Penix Jr., a guy who came into the league broken. I'm like, what were you guys thinking? Now they set themselves back because he's gonna be gone because he messed up his knee. He's gone. You got Kirk Cousins. You paying him a whole lick, but Kirk Cousins ready to get the hell up out of there.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins wants out bad.
Yeah, they dicked him around, man. I mean, I felt they screwed him because he went there to be the starter. You draft a quarterback, and the guy you drafted can't even finish the season. He started half the season. He's done the season. For the same injury, we kept saying, I kept telling our stupid, delusional Giants fans why we should not draft Michael Penix. It's a race issue, and I will talk about that on one of our reels, but that's why we shouldn't draft Michael Penix. Because
first of all, the Giants have always been discriminatory to left-handed quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And not just them, most of the league, because at the end of the day, only one lefty ever did it. Right. His name is Steve Young.
Right. The other ones did okay, but they didn't, they just did okay. Vic, okay. Mark Brunell did okay. Jim Zorn did okay, but Steve Young is the only one that got him over.
No, I'm with you on that.
And his stats weren't all that good either, to be honest with you. Look at his stats. His stats are pedestrian. But
well, yeah, let's not forget that he had some beat downs in
Tampa Bay.
Yes, sir.
So,
now I'm gonna piss off some people
uh-oh.
in Louisiana, but I don't care.
Uh-oh.
This came up on a topic, excuse me, on social media.
Let me put you right there.
Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, Patrick Mahomes at 4, Dan Marino at 5, Roger Staubach 6. Let me bring that back up. John Elway at 7, Aaron Rodgers at 8, Brett Favre at 9, Drew Brees at 10. People will argue until they're blue in the face that Drew Brees needs to be in the top 5 or higher. I'm like, no, sir.
Nah.
The issue that I've always had with Drew
Brees. Put that back up. Yeah, I'm going to see that.
The issue I've had with Drew Brees being ranked so high is that I feel that he was never the same quarterback on natural surface.
Nope. And, you know, his numbers, man, he's another one who got a lot of touchdowns and all that stuff, but he threw a lot of interceptions, dude.
The thing with Brees is, like, I really mean that. I think you got to look a little differently, being that he played his whole career in the Dome. And the only reason why I don't subject Peyton Manning to the same stuff is because I just feel that he did it in a higher way, in a better way, and did it in different scenarios. And at the end of the day, Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl with 2 different organizations.
Yeah, with yours, I wouldn't argue with yours, but they would get mad. Can you put that back up there right quick? Oh, never mind. You had a comment. Never mind. With me, I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm swapping Elway out. I'm moving Rodgers up. I'm moving Favre up. I'm putting Eli at 10. I'm going to tell you why. And I'm dropping Breeze. Okay, I'm going to tell you why. I know you're saying, wait. Okay. When you look at Eli, he's in the top 10 in 7 major categories in quarterbacks. Not every quarterback on that list can say that. Drew Brees threw a lot of interceptions. See, that's always been Eli's knock.
I actually had Eli. I did this list up to 25.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did honorable mentions where it went to around 50 or so.
Yeah.
I had Eli literally at 25.
Yeah, I'm dropping John Elway because his stats are God, dude. His stats are not good. His stats are really not good. Those 2 Super Bowls help him, but his stats are not good.
The reason I give Elway a little more grace, for a good chunk of his career prior to Terrell Davis being there, and Mike Shanahan being there, I never felt that he had like ridiculously great rosters,
and that's why I put Eli at 10. And that was my next thing because of all those players up there, Eli has had the less Hall of Famers on offense.
Yeah, the only Hall of Famer that Eli's ever played with on offense would ultimately be Tiki Barber.
Yeah, he's not even in there yet.
And he's not in the Hall yet. And the other one, if he gets in the Hall, but it doesn't really count because it was for such a short period of time, would be Saquon Barkley.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And he was hurt most of the time.
And his only Hall of Fame teammate in general was Michael Strahan, who obviously played defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you look at Brady, Montana, Peyton, Mahomes, Marino, Roger, they've all had a lot of people. And, you know, how many up there did it with, you know, other than what, Montana did it? No, Peyton, no, Marino, no, Roger and most of them had offensive coaches except for
the reason I have Rodgers and
I keep Rodgers on there. I moved Rodgers up.
The reason I have Rodgers and Favre on there over Breeze is because they played in the elements. And there's one thing about Breeze that he never accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
He never won a league MVP.
Nope. No, that's why I dropped Breeze off and I moved the others up one. And I
actually feel
Eli.
Strong enough where I would consider taking Breeze out of the top 10 altogether in favor of Otto Graham.
I thought about him too. I thought about him and I thought about Bart Starr. I mean, yeah, you know, the numbers may not be there. I mean, but golly, he won before and he won after. Yeah, but
I
Otto
would
Graham
say
was
the two biggest
Otto Graham was
candidates for
something,
me
dude.
to yank out Breeze in the top 10 would be Otto Graham and Johnny Unitas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Because, see, it was Johnny U's records that Breeze ended up breaking. However, I would say he broke them in an era where passing was encouraged to where, you know, Johnny
Now,
U.
if we're basing this list just on pure talent,
Yeah.
I'd have Marino at the top of it.
Oh, yeah, I put him and Aaron up there. Rodgers
Yeah,
up
him
there.
and Aaron would be on top of it.
Yeah.
But my thing is, if Brady's the consensus GOAT,
Yeah.
Montana has to be too, because I've said
Has
this
to
so many times over the years.
Has to be.
They are literally the same player.
They are. They are.
So any list that one of them's one, the other has to be two.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I put Peyton 3.
The
1,
reason
2,
I got
3.
Peyton at 3 is because not just of the league MVPs, but he was so cerebral.
Yeah.
Where he was the first of possibly any that never needed an OC. He was
Right.
his own OC
He's
in a lot
OC.
of ways. Dan Marino's doing stuff that, like, I'll be honest with you, even with Mahomes at 4, sometimes I feel uncomfortable with it, just
Yeah.
because of the fact that in this era, more so Mahomes than anybody on this list, it's favored so much for the offense.
Yeah, that's all with me. Like, if someone had, like you were saying, if someone had Joe first, Tom second, I'd be like, okay. Or the way you got it, okay. Like Peyton is my number 3. Same.
The only reason I could feel comfortable putting Brady at 1 is because he still played in an era where you can get after the quarterback. Because his career was so long that it was like in 3 different parts.
Yeah, because, you know, I remember that hit he took. I forgot who. I think they played the Colts when he got wiped out, got right back up. We got his helmet, got right back up. Went to
the thing with Lawrence Taylor, he spoke on this topic. He said Brady's great, but he said Joe's my GOAT because Joe had to play against the likes of Reggie White, Mike Singletary, myself, among others.
Yeah.
And he said, with all due respect, if Tom Brady played in the 80s, we'd knock the GOAT right out of him.
That's true, because Tom was not that mobile to where Joe was a little mobile. Joe can move.
Yeah,
I agree.
The Leonard, there's a couple of things. Like, the New York Giants defense and the New York Jets defense influence football in such a grand way because if Leonard Marshall doesn't injure Joe Montana and then that lingering elbow issue that took 2 years to come back from, do the 49ers well, I mean, the 49ers still could have won that game. Let's not forget that Roger Craig fumbled a few plays later.
Yeah.
This came up recently. Would the Niners have beaten the Bills? I'm not sure. With Joe, yes. Without Joe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, with Joe, yeah.
If Joe recovers quicker, would the Niners dynasty continue, and would the Cowboys be on hold? I'm going to say possibly.
Possibly, yeah.
There's a lot of things. And then you look at the Jets, Mo Lewis, damn near killing Drew Bledsoe, changed the trajectory of the league.
Oh, you got that right. Mo Lewis.
And it's just so weird that when you think that the ones who blew the whistle on Spygate and the game that was highlighted was the 07 game against the Jets.
Yeah.
The Jets opened up the dynasty, so to speak, for the Patriots. Leonard Marshall's hit on Joe Montana in a lot of aspects opened the dynasty for the Cowboys.
Yep.
So it's kind of weird how all this stuff goes hand in hand with each other.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from Drew Brees, but like I said, in the elements, he didn't play that well, man. He didn't play that well. He really didn't. Look what happened when they went to Seattle.
Which was kind of surprising because, him coming from Purdue, that wouldn't be expected.
Right.
But honestly, I do tend to agree with that. And when I see what Favre and Rodgers have done in the elements as well as Elway, let's not forget the drive in Cleveland.
Right.
Eli Manning, one thing I'll give him, he played in the elements, one of the toughest places to throw football in Giant Stadium, so there's a lot of ways to look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why with me, I would just, like, I got everything. I agree with everything you got. Like I said, I would flip Rodgers. I would move Rodgers and Favre up to 7 and 8, move Elway down to 9, and I put Eli at 10.
I love Eli, but I don't share your sentiments on that. I wouldn't have him that high, but I do respect him.
Yeah. I put him in 10. I put it in place of Breeze because I think he did more with less.
That's a reasonable take.
Yeah.
The contrast on that would be like, although the Giants didn't have great defensive units, people would say they had great defensive edge rushers, which I think is a fair statement. One of them being a Hall of Famer. So there's always a give and a take when comparing the different scenarios. But final thought before I get out of here, before we get out of here, I think I said it yesterday. I think the NFL is going to start thinking about going to the lotto situation similar to the NBA, because I do believe that this particular season, more than others, the quality of the integrity of the game and watching what the Raiders pulled, you see that happen a couple more times. I think the NFL is going to be like, no, this is hurting the sport.
Yeah, because they basically said before the game, we're tanking.
Yeah.
You said Brock Bowers. You said Max Crosby at the match.
But even just the way that they moved during the game, it said a lot.
They look like, I'm just get it over with. This is get it over with.
Very much so. And the Raiders, the only time they've had the number one pick, it was Jamarcus Russell. So anyone that thinks that getting that pick is easy, no, it's not.
Nah. And we know what happened with Jamarcus Russell. He liked that purple drink too much.
The NFL draft is not easy in general. Never forget when the Minnesota Vikings didn't turn in their pick in time.
Right.
You talk about an epic fail after months of preparation.
That's a fail, dude. You sat there all day. Yeah, we know, and you don't turn your pick on.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
But until next time, he is Idris. I am Richie. Please make it a point, like, and subscribe to the channel. Richie X Jr. Sports Podcast on YouTube. Check out the Vicious Mix, the V Mix with this guy, Idris Salam, on live365.com. Check out our friends at the Sports Corner, Johnny Nast and Joe Gal, as well as Miss Chanel, Mr. Paul, our man, the Mask, Quentin Moore, on the Casual Convo Show, Mondays and Wednesdays, every other Monday and Wednesday, 8 to 10, over on Hand Radio. That's it.
We are out.
Peace. Announcements to come for our next show.
Yes, sir.